Hi, and welcome to Excel add-ins. This short video will show you the functionality that's available in our reporting and analysis add-in and demonstrate how it can help you build better reports like the one that you see here in less time. So let's get started. These first few examples will show the power of the conditional formatting shortcut. This will shade your dataset so that the largest value is dark green, the smallest value is dark red, and the midpoint is set to exactly 0. This is going to help you get an extremely quick feel for what is happening in the data that you're reviewing. So here we have sales by day. We're going to highlight this data and press the Control Y button. And you can see that we get an immediate feel for what's going on here. There seems to be some sort of reduction happening in the middle of the month, and performance seems particularly strong in the final few days. You could do this with a line graph, but it would take you a little bit longer. And as we'll see, the power of the shortcut is actually when you have more than just a single column of data. So in this second example, we have a larger data set which shows sales by week for over 30 categories, and the volume of data makes this harder to digest than the first example. You could put this into a line graph, but it would be a lot of lines and the graph would probably be too hard to read. So we're going to highlight the data, press the Control Y button, and again you can see we get an immediate feel for what's going on here. Category 7 is the category with the largest sales and appears to have particularly strong performance between weeks 9 and 16. Equally, category 29 appears to have some sort of spike or seasonal performance towards the end of the period. Okay, so this third example is more of a driver's example, and this is going to help us get under the skin of which specific factors are contributing the most or the least to the overall performance. Here we have data for a number of products and we can see that the margin performance is behind the target. This is a sales and margin example, but it could be for anything. It could be cost of sales, labour rates, or general rate analysis between any two variables. In this section we have some formulas set up to help us analyse the variance, and again if we highlight this using the Control Y function, we can straight away see that the problem is product 4 and product 8. Specifically, this is a volume issue as opposed to a problem with the selling price or the cost price. So this might lead us to look more closely into customer perception or other factors that might affect the sales volume specifically. This is only a simple example, but you can see the power of the shortcut when you have lots of data and you're looking for those key performance drivers. Okay, so now we're going to go through the number formatting functions of the add-in. These are going to help you display your numbers in a clearer and more visually appealing way and will save you lots of time from messing around with custom number formatting. These shortcuts are especially useful when you're producing content that will be reviewed by others or when you're preparing content that will be used in slides or presentations. The first shortcut will show data in pounds or dollars. So we're going to press Control Q and you can see that we have a comma here for the thousand separators. And negative numbers are shown in brackets. Control E will do the same thing but convert the numbers into thousands. Control R will show the numbers in thousands with a decimal point. And Control T will show the numbers in millions with a decimal point. If you look in the formula bar, you'll see that the number itself does not change. This is only about the presentation. And finally, we have Control W, which will show values as a percentage with a single decimal place and brackets for negatives. Next, we have the Center Across Selection shortcut, and this is super useful for when you have a title that you want to span across a number of columns. You can use the Merge Cells functionality for this, but it will take you longer, and merge cells do have a tendency to cause problems when copying and pasting data. If you know, you know. So let's say that we want to put a title in here, and we want it to span these 4 columns. We just highlight the area, press Control D, and we can see that this is centered without changing the structure of the cells or the spreadsheet. This final shortcut will set your spreadsheet up so that it's ready for report building. If we press Control U, we'll see that it collapses the first 3 columns. These can always be used later down the line. The row thickness will increase slightly. The text will be centre aligned from a height perspective, which gives a slightly cleaner look to the sheet. We remove grid lines and reduce zoom to 80%. In this final example, I will show you how these shortcuts can be combined to speed up your report building. Here we have a report that is getting there, but there are a few bits we need to adjust from a presentation perspective. So, where we have headings that we want to span multiple columns, we use Control D. Where we have numbers we want to show as pounds or dollars, we use Control Q. And when we have percentages, we use Control W. Finally, we highlight the performance drivers using Control Y, and we can quickly see that the driver of the favourable variance is predominantly efficiency in temporary labour. So, if you like what you've seen here, don't forget to download the free 2-week trial from the download page, which you can find in the navigation menu at the top of the website. If you spend lots of time analysing data and building reports, this add-in will make a big difference to your productivity and save you many hours over the course of a year. Finally, we do offer custom add-ins, so if there is particular functionality not covered here that you would like converted into a keyboard shortcut, please do get in touch so we can discuss your requirements. Thanks for watching and have a great day.